Okay, on to the next one. Let me get the time
Warlock.
code.
Warlocky boys.
Warlocky boys. Now, this is a long one because we've got new pacts, we've got new features, we've got new invocations. So, strap in, Adderson.
Okay.
All right.
We're getting through the book this time round. We're not
we've
doing
got this and
again.
we've got the wizard, and then we're done. We're getting
Yeah.
there. All right.
So,
yeah,
Warlock.
go ahead.
You get additional spells. You get cantrips, Booming Blade, Green Flame Blade, Lightning Law, Mind Sliver, Sword Burst. You get more offensive cantrips. That's one thing that the Warlock was lacking. It was literally like, yo, we heard you like Eldritch Blast.
You get basically all of the new summoning spells. Apart from summon phase on it, you get basically all of the new summoning spells. Which is interesting.
Blade Disaster sounds cool. Dream of the Blue Veil sounds cool. They're just... Yeah.
You've got a new Pact boon option, which is Pact of the Talisman. I think the Pact of the Talisman was UA at some point. So your patron gives you an amulet, a talisman that can aid the wearer when the need is great. When the wearer fails an ability check, they can add a D4 to the roll, potentially turning it into a success.
Oh look, more re-rolling.
Yeah, another re-roll. If you lose it, you can do a ceremony and get it back. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, these things are just being repeated over and over again with a slightly different coat of paint. And now that I've realized that, my enthusiasm for this book has diminished significantly. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I will say, now that I'm talking to somebody about it, I'm like, I swear we've said this like 4 times before.
Yeah. The next thing is Eldritch Versatility.
Oh,
Guess
wait.
what that means? That means at level 4 or whenever you would get an ASI, you can fucking swap something. Everything's getting that. Now everything should have that, but
you should just be able to do it at any level. Like, you change level wise. Why is it reserved for like the ASI? That makes no sense. Like, I should be able to change a cantrip when I want to. Like, I've earned the fucking XP. Let me do it. Fuck you. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Then you've got some new invocation options. So you've got Bond of the Talisman, which requires you to have the Pact of the Talisman. So while someone else is wearing your talisman, you can use your action to teleport them to the unoccupied space closest to them, which is kind of cool. I'm trying to think of a situation I would actually use that in. I guess
a warlock as well, because you're pretty meh.
Yeah, unless you're a hexblade, you're not really going to be in the throes of battle. You're going to be off to the side, throwing off eldritch blasts. I'm sure somebody will come up with a creative use for it. Eldritch Mind, advantage on con saving throws to maintain your concentration on the spell, which is basically
Warcaster. Is that you?
Yeah, that's Warcaster. I kind of like that. Warlock now has that option without having to take a feat. I like that. Fast Scribe, which is Pact of the Tome requisite. So you get a new page in your Book of Shadows. With your permission, a creature can use its action to write its name on that page, which can contain a number of names equal to your proficiency bonus. You can cast the Sending spell, targeting a creature whose name is in the page.
The yellow pages. You've just made the yellow pages.
Yes, the yellow pages. Amazing. You got another one for the Pact of the Tome. Gift of the Protectors. Another new page appears in your book. You can, when a creature whose name is on the page is reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, that creature drops to 1 instead of 0. So another feature which stops people from dying outright. Investment of the Chain Master. You can guess what pact this is for. Oh gosh, I lost the page. When you cast Find Familiar, you infuse the Summon Familiar with measure of your eldritch power. So gains a flying speed or a swim speed equal to 40 feet. There's no level prerequisite for this. As a bonus action, you can command the familiar to take the attack action. The familiar's weapon attacks are considered magical. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Magical. So you
this familiar can attack as well, which is cool, because normally familiars can't attack.
Magical, yes.
Yeah.
If the familiar forces a creature to make a saving throw, it uses your spell save DC, not the lowly one of the familiar.
Oh, Pseudo Dragon suddenly became nasty. Pseudo Dragon nasty.
When the familiar takes damage, it can use your reaction to grant it resistance against that damage. This is good. This is making your
that's
your
good. The Chain Master.
It's beefing up your pet It's beefing it
Finally, somebody's doing something with pets, because I'm not going to lie, pets in D&D, it's coming. The video's coming. We'll talk about it. I've got to get on my soapbox for that one.
Yeah, you got another one for the talisman, protection of the talisman. So when the wearer of your talisman fails a saving, here we go again. When the wearer of your talisman fails a saving throw, they can add a D4 to the roll.
It's just getting lazy now, because I literally do the same thing, potentially turning the save into a success.
I'm getting no
shit.
Yeah, I'm getting rather annoyed the more I read of this, to be honest. Rebuke of the talisman. When the wearer of your talisman is hit by an attack within 30 feet, you can use your reaction to deal psychic damage to the attacker, and push it 10 feet away. 10 feet away. It's okay. Undying Servitude. This is just 5th level Warlock. You can cast Animate Dead without using a spell slot. That's pretty cool.
That's funny.
That's pretty cool.
Some poor fuckers getting revived every day.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all the new Eldritch invocations. That's all the new features. Do you want to take us into the first subclass then, Addy boy?
Yeah, I'll take you to patrons. So patrons coming at 1st level. So the first one we've got is the Fathomless. I never understood why some people get so jittery about tentacles. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're back here again, boys. Have you ever had an Occupus Nigiri, one of the few pieces of evidence of a benevolent multiverse? So yeah, this is your Cthulhu-esque Warlock, very much oceanic. So you get an expanded spell list. 1st, create or destroy water and thunder wave. 2nd, gust of wind silence. 3rd, lightning bolt and sleet storm. 4th, control weather, summon elemental. Water only, though, so be aware of that. And then 5th level, Big Beast Hand, appears as a tentacle, because why wouldn't it? And Cone of Cold. So all very much sea spells. You get Tentacles of the Deep. You can magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes your foe. As a bonus action, you create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet. It lasts for a minute.
So it's basically spiritual weapon, but it's a tentacle, and it has 10-foot reach. Now Joe played this when it was UA, and they've taken away the ability to choose either lightning or cold damage. Now it's just cold damage. But this is an amazing ability. She was fucking shit up with this tentacle, to be honest. I would say this is probably one of the best, or one of my favourite Warlock subclasses, specifically for this tentacle.
Yeah, as a bonus action on your turn, so on a hit, the target takes 1d8 cold. The speed is reduced by 10 until the start of your next turn, and you reach 10th level of this class, the damage is increased to 2d8. As a bonus action on a turn, you can move it. So yeah, it's basically
it's spiritual weapon, yeah.
Gift of the Sea, you gain a swim speed of 40 feet, and you can breathe underwater. Way. Yeah. Oceanic Soul, you can now at 6th level, you're now even more at home in the depths. In addition, when you are fully submerged, any creature that is also fully submerged can understand your speech, and you can understand theirs, so you can actually talk underwater now. You gain resistance to cold damage. Guardian Coil, 6th level, Fathomless. Your tentacle in the deeps can defend you and others, interposing itself between them. When your creature you see takes damage while within 10 feet of a tentacle, you can use your reaction to choose one of the creatures and reduce the damage of that creature by 1d8. Oh, sounds familiar. Like, everything's getting this. I feel as if we've run out, boys. We've run out of steam towards the W. 2d8s at 10th level, funnily. Grasping Tentacles, you learned Everard's Black Tentacles. It counts a Warlock spell, but it doesn't count against the number of spells you know. You can also cast it once without a spell slot. Whenever you cast a spell, the patron's magic bolsters you, granting a number of temporary hit points equal to your Warlock level. Moreover, damage you can't break your concentration on the spell. That's cool. That damage can't break your concentration. So that's pretty cool. And then Fathomless Plunge, you can magically open temporary conduits to watery destinations. As an action, you can teleport yourself and up to 5 willing creatures that you can see within 30 feet of you. Amid a whirl of tentacles, you all vanish and reappear to 1 mile away in a body of water you've seen. Pond. You get transport via puddle. Like what?
Yeah, you've heard of transport via trees. Now you can transport via puddles.
Or within 30 feet of it, each of you appearing in an occupied space. Once you finish the feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest, because admittedly they have kept a lot of the short rest recharge rates on these features. Some people were thinking that they wouldn't. I
like this subclass. I don't think we need to do the Genie. I have already done a video on it on the channel. It's really cool. It's basically an elemental subclass. You choose an element You choose a genie. That genie gives you an element: earth, air, water, fire, etc., etc. You got Tao, genie, Ifriti, married, blah 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 blah. And depending on which, depending on which kind of genie you choose, gives you a completely different set of spells. Based on that one element, the genie will also have a vessel. And can do a whole bunch of stuff. But I've already done a whole video on the Warlock.
Troy's playing one in. Troy's playing one in our game, and his vessel's actually kind of cool. He's made it the sheath of his sword.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool. So yeah, those are pretty fun. I don't know if it's changed much, so I might have to get him to change it. But I think all in all, it's pretty cool.
I know that the damage of the tentacle has changed. You could choose lightning or cold. Now it's just cold.
So maybe the genie one's changed as well.
I'm not sure if the genie one has changed, but that said, I haven't really checked. So yeah, that's the Warlock. What are you rating it, Adderson? You go first this time.
I think it's a 1 thumbs up from me. The Fathomless is a very situational subclass. It's a bit like playing a Triton. Like if you're not on the sea, then you're not in a place that's got lots of water. It's very much like, oh, this was pointless, but it's okay. So I'll give it 1 because I'm interested. It's piqued my curiosity, and I know the genie's cool, and I like genie lore. I like Genasi as a player race. So you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll have them.
I'm going to give it 1 thumbs up as well. I like both subclasses. I just think there are other subclasses in the book that are a lot better. I disagree with you when you say that the Fathomless one is situational. I think apart from the swim speed, there's a lot in there that doesn't need water.
That's true. Yeah. Actually, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll take that back.
You better apologize, you little bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm really tired. Okay. So that's the Warlock. We both give it 1 thumbs up, and we both like it. We both think it's okay. That.